No, not yet. Okay, it's coming. Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity to present you on the SEP and the SDG, because for many people, I think SEP is quite new, but you know more about the SDG. So first, I would like to, because we are a little bit behind the schedule, so I will pass through some of the slide that I think that, for example, this slide, you might be familiar with the SDG already, but just want to refer back that SEP has some similar elements to the 17 goals, because I think that this is a set of goals that all countries in the world are committed to achieve by 2030. And as you know that there are 17 goals, but there, if we group these 17 goals, you will see that there is a group of environment issue, health issues, economic, energies, and education. And everything will be, to me, everything, every goal is related to goal 4, which is quality education, which I will show that you later in some slide that how is the connection is. Just want to let you know a little bit about the SEAMEO SEP. The SEAMEO SEP is a new center under the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization. You have heard this morning that education is quite an the first step of development. Everything will come to education before you go to develop anything. So that is why in our region, Southeast Asian region, this organization was set up like before the ASEAN organization. So SEAMEO SEP was set up in 1965, 2 years earlier than ASEAN. That is because our region sees the importance of education, and the organization works through the work with the all member countries. The highest body of the SEAMEO is the council, which comprises all ministers of education from 11 countries. And we work through our center, which are excellence in their own expertise. So there are right now 20, 26 center and network under the SEAMEO. And as I mentioned earlier, the SEAMEO SEP is quite a new center. Our goals and roles are to promote the SEP's principles, which for somebody is quite new. But if I talk about the connection to SDG, you will think that SEPs and SDG and even the Education for Sustainable Development, or ESD, or Global Citizenship Education, these models have some similarities. So our goals and roles of the centers are to promote the SEPS principles of the three core elements: moderation, reasonableness, and prudence, in support of building the 21st century society. And we also develop and promote the co-creation of knowledge and skills, and strengthen collaboration and cooperation among SEAMEO member countries. And the last one is strengthen the networks and partnership. If you look at the name of the center, you will see that we try to link the concept of sufficiency economy philosophy to sustainability. So that is why mainly we work, the ultimate goal of the center is sustainability. And if you look into the areas of cooperation or areas of work of the center, for the next 5 years, we will highlight SEP and environment, SEP and life skills, SEP and technology, SEP and culture, but we also leave some room for some other cutting themes and issues, such as digital literacy, financial literacy, or some kind of forward-looking issues. So these are the highlight of our next 5 years. The key strategies of the center. There are 5 key strategies or pillars. The first one is capacity building, and the second one is where our this project belongs to is research and development. But there are some overlapping between some of the pillar. For example, research and development. Sometimes it also overlap with capacity building and partnership and linkages. So the key strategies of our centers are capacity building, research and development, information exchange, community development, partnership and linkages. So now I would like to present this photo just to link our philosophy to some other approaches that will lead to sustainability or sustainable development. So this picture is quite clear if you look at the core elements of the philosophy. You might be confused. Sometimes you see SEP, sometimes you see SEPS. Just to let you not to be too confusing. If you see SEP, it means philosophy. SEP, the abbreviation of S, E, and P here. But when we talk about the center, it will be SEPS because the last S belongs to sustainability. That is the shorten of the center's name. So please see the difference of these two. So the philosophy, there are 3 key elements like our previous presenter just mentioned: moderation, reasonableness, prudence. Why? The 3 core elements links to the knowledge and skills and virtues. So these are the 5 key core elements of the philosophy. So these are what we call the mindset and a set of values of the philosophy. And the philosophy itself can be applied to individual up to the global partnership here. So it's a set of values. If you have it, you can work at any level: individual, family, community, national level, regional level, and even global level. So the cooperation and partnerships are forged through education. That is why we highlight that education is the key when we want to work on the mindset, how to change the mindset of people. It comes to education. So the cooperation and partnership are forged through education as an important channel to promote balance, stability, and resilience through 4 dimensions: society, economy, environment, and culture. The ultimate goal of the SEP is sustainability. So now you can see the connection that SEP is the mindset of how to move forward to sustainability. As I mentioned earlier, we highlight because most of us are educators. We are from education area. So we highlight the goal 4 of the SDGs. That is quality education. But if you look at the sub-goal 4.7, which is here, you will see that this is education for sustainable development and global citizenship. That is where education is very important, and how we can link education to sustainable development goals or sustainability, and some other approach like the education for sustainable development, global citizenship education, as well as the sufficiency economy philosophy. Because these are some kind of mindset where you can infuse in your students, in your curriculum, and in your lesson plan if you want to see sustainability. So I can say that education is the key where we can move forward to sustainability through the SEP approach, ESD approach, or even GCED, sufficiency economy philosophy, education for sustainable development, and global citizenship education. So now you see the connection of how to move forward to achieve the sustainable development goals. So these are the key concepts that share similarities on the sustainable development goals. For the 4.7, if you look at the sub goal of sustainable development goal 4, it says it mentioned about education for sustainable development. So this initiative has been belong to the government of Japan, where right now, if you look at many schools in Japan, they use the concept of the education for sustainable development. And even some schools, they invent more than 17 goals for sustainable development. If you go to visit some schools in Japan, there might be, in some school, they just invent another, like a few more goals for sustainability. So this is quite an active initiative in Japan. And if you look at the global citizenship education, this one is has very active in Korea, because they have set up a center which is called Center of Education for International Understanding, and they highlight the global citizenship education. You might be a little bit, confused on these two approaches. If we talk about global citizenship education, I would like to highlight. I mean, the highlight of the approach is to individual. But if we talk about education for sustainable development, it means the whole school. It means the community. It means that you have to drive the SDG into different level of societies. But if we talk about global citizenship education, it means that you try to instill the concept or change the mindset into a single individual. But anyway, this concept, as well as the SEP hosted by Thailand, will definitely share the same ultimate goal, which is sustainable development or sustainability. Now, come to our project today, SEP and SDG in the classroom. You have heard a lot that if you want something more sustainable, you have to start at the school. You have to start in the classroom. So this is a kind of collaboration between SEAMEO, SEPS, and Valailak University. So the objective of the research is to test an integration of SEP in the teaching and learning of health. We highlight health and environmental issues among SEAMEO member countries. We want to demonstrate an in-depth understanding of SEP in its connection to some other approach where it's more linked to global issues, which is SDGs, and how you can integrate. School can integrate the concept of philosophy into their teaching and learning. And another objective is to promote knowledge and moral skills for transition to a greener and sufficient economy. The last one is encourage group thinking, communication, and cooperation through collaborative online research. So most of the activity under this project will be online. And the expected outcome is to raise the awareness. We want to increase awareness among educators and students. That is why we want to start at the classroom. And then we want to increase the practical activity, increase the adoption of sustainable practices, especially into daily life of the student, of the community, of the teachers, of the principals. So this is what we want to see, practical action, and enhance the appreciation of diverse perspective and values of teamwork, because this kind of concept, it uh, needs the teamwork in the school. You have to work with the peer teachers, the community, and even some parents, students have to be involved in this kind of project. So teamwork is quite important. And innovation. We want to develop the innovative teaching and learning strategy, not new, but innovative pedagogy, where SEP can be integrated in the curriculum and even the SDG. So for the key consideration from this project, I think that we have a new term where we call it SEP Bridge, which means embodying the SEP elements or characteristics. So you will learn more about the SEP elements from our next speakers. We will have the expert in various fields to present you on the concept of how to blend SEP in the education or some other areas. So that is why for this study, we created the term of SEP rich, which means SEP element and integrated or infused into. And SEP elements refer to a mindset, I want to emphasize once again, and values that could promote balance, decisions, good judgment, mindfulness, and other qualities. Just want to refer some good example. When we talk about the moderation, it means that you should not be too extremism. So if you are extremism or extremist, so sometimes you cannot balance your decision. So this is a kind of one issue, and you will see more in our example, where my colleague from SEP and Walayalak University will present on some examples. And this project is limited to creating options for teacher to use SEP-rich elements in certain parts of the lesson. And just want to emphasize that we don't want to intervene with your existing curriculum, but just want to blend as much as possible on the good philosophy, the good concept, uh, so that we can achieve the what we would like to see, sustainability. So the infusion of a SEP rich element, it means that just want to motivate part of lesson plan or introduction of some activities that can inspire teach students to have to pay more attention to the sustainability issues. Creative methods of for assessment, procedures in group discussing. So you will have the some kind of group discussion activities and decision making when you work on in your classroom. And of course, this is a workshop. There might be some assignment for you and some other related issues. So this is all I just would like to share with you. And if you have any during the workshop or during the project, you may contact us from this information on the screen. We are happy to work with all of you anytime during during the 3 months from now. So even from today, you can just contact us whenever you have the issue that you would like to discuss. Abigail will be our contact from SEAMEO. So thank you very much for your kind attention. I don't know if you have time for question and answer, but
We will have our question answer Kunduria later.
okay. I'm gonna be with you all until the end. So I'm happy to answer anything.